morning after the night before, your feelings changed?
Not really. Seen the lads. Obviously, I was proud last night, but the feeling is this morning that we've lost a game of football. You know, and seen the lads as well this morning. They've gone on a recovery session, and there's disappointment on their face as well. And it's good to see. Really, we're actually Bury Football Club, and we're disappointed that we've lost at Old Trafford against Man United. It's amazing, really, how far we've come in a short space of time at this football club. How well the lads have performed this season, and you know we've played some really good stuff second half, and I'm proud of that. But ultimately, we're out the FA Youth Cup, and that hurts this morning. It does. It's a weird thing, you know. It's professional pride a little bit, and the lads, because they've been used to winning games this season, feel a little bit hurt this morning.
What was the overriding feeling straight after the game?
Mixed emotions. I went into the lads, and first thing I said to them, how do you feel? And the immediate response was angry and frustrated. It wasn't a case of, oh well, we've done all right and we've done bad. They were disappointed really within the first 30 minutes, which ended up probably losing us the game, because we talked for 2 days about trying to handle the experience of going to Old Trafford, playing against Man United, not to get too carried away against playing against the badge and the history behind the club. But even when I walked on that stadium and on that pitch last night when it was empty, it's daunting. And I think it took us 20 minutes just to settle the nerves. After that, I thought we got stronger and stronger through the game. Somebody's
just told me that the big number 6 for United, they paid £2 million for him as an under 18-year-old. Doesn't that make your lads feel when see where they've come from?
Yeah, I mean, you can see that, and physically he's a specimen, he's a machine. And you know, you put him up against our lads like Scotty Burgess that have been in our first team, and Robert Bourne, who have been dominating games this season in our league, and it's up another level. And this is the good thing about playing these teams, because only in the Youth Cup can you get this kind of atmosphere. And it makes them think this morning of what they need to go to, these boys, to make it into our first team. £2 million plus all the resources they've got at Man United, the scouting, the budgets. It's a different stratosphere. But last night we managed to compete with them and went toe to toe, and second half we had them a little bit worried up on stage, I think.
I think you more than competed, but you had them worried.
Yeah, maybe, and I think we get an indication of that with Paul McGuinness. In the first half he was sat in his dugout and he was nice and dry. I was out in the wet barking a few orders and trying to keep our lads in the game as much as I could. Second half, Paul McGuinness was at the side of me getting wet, and I took that as an ultimate compliment, and I'd see him a little bit of worry in his face as well. So I know we did well second half. It's just, like I say, it's that overriding feeling of what could have been, really.
If the lads had had the time, they didn't have to look in the stand and see who was watching it. I mean, 6 seats to my right, left-hand side was Bobby Charlton, Alex Ferguson, God knows who else.
Yeah, it's amazing. And you know, Ian Kendall this morning has told us that he was with Bobby Charlton at half-time, and Bobby Charlton said the words, "Boy, your lads can play." And that was only at half-time. I'd love to have seen what he said after at full-time, because we were a lot better second half. So we've had a lot of good feedback, which is pleasing. A lot of slaps on the back, and we'll take them. I mean, we'll watch the game again this afternoon, the lads, and we'll go through 1 or 2 bits. But ultimately, there was some big performances last night from 1 or 2 of them, and you know, I think the future's bright with the youth at the moment at Bury Football Club. We're going the right way. Like I said, though, I'm still disappointed at this moment in time. We lost the football match. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and you know, we had a real good feeling before, and without overplaying it, that we could go and win.
You did everything right. You got them all together. They watched the video before the game, pictures on the pitch before the game.
Yeah,
everything was just right about it.
Yeah, we planned it. We talked about it. I mean, also it's been probably in process for about 3.5, 4 weeks this time now. So we didn't want to overcook it. We had a game on Tranmere at the weekend. We pulled our lads out of that to make sure they were fresh. So it was really a 12-day gap from when they last played, and monitoring that, we had a bounce game last Tuesday. Unfortunately, George Miller broke his leg in that, which was a bit of a body blow for us all, and for the kid himself, he was distraught. But we tried to manage it as best we can, prepare professionally. Ian Wilcock helped us put together a fantastic video before the game, which the lads absolutely loved. Got them pumped up for the game. Went to Old Trafford, give them 20 minutes to have a look round beforehand, back in the dressing room, just prepared like we would do for any other game. We saw United play, done a bit of analysis on them, so just like the first team would prepare, we'd do the same. And they just had to go out there and perform, and they did that for about 70 minutes. It's just that first 20 where we're just a little bit overawed, but I can get that.
Did you expect that nervous start?
Maybe. I'm always a good indicator of us. We're better with the ball at our feet. We're an aggressive pressing team as well. United sort of had the kick-off, and we never got really any decent possession for probably 5 or 10 minutes, and it knocked us off our stride, and it made us retreat a little bit as well. And normally we're on the front foot, it put us on our back foot. And it was about 21 minutes in before we got a series of play. I looked on my watch, and it's 21 minutes to string some passes together. Then we got 3 corners on the trot. Then started to become a little bit more belief. And then they grew into the game. And at half time we put 1 or 2 things right tactically, and it worked. We just said, look, would it make sense for 45 minutes to go and play the way we play against? And if you lose 5 or 6-0, I ain't going to have a go at you. But just be us. Just do what we do, and they did that to a man second half, so I'm proud of that. I just wanted that goal for them travelling fans. The away support last night was absolutely incredible. I think we just overdid Man United on attendance. I think we just had the lion's share, but the support, and when we got them corners and them chances second half, and that roar of come on Bury at Old Trafford just lifted the lads. You could see them, and I was just dying to score a goal for them, to see that end erupt. And I think if we'd scored, Man United would look like they were out on the feet a little bit at that point.
What's it going to do for the lads having gone through that experience?
Well, I can only help them. And I said to them after the game, look, it's about opportunity. You get that one opportunity to shine. Nerves are a funny thing. You've got to be able to handle these nerves. And the more experience you get at that, the better they're going to be. So if the gaffer says, I want you in my team Saturday and you're starting, you've got to be able to use this experience and not sort of wither under that pressure. You've got to grow. You've got to go and sell yourself. So I think that experience of playing at Old Trafford last night can only but benefit them, and what a stage that was. It doesn't get any better. I mean, if you wanted any ground to go and play at in this country against any other team, you'd have picked Man United. It's the biggest club in the country.
The mere fact they moved it to Old Trafford suggests they were worried about it.
Yeah, worried, but they're a big believer as well. They've got to get their lads ready for the big occasion, and it's not too often where they're going to get a chance to play at Old Trafford themselves. So they wanted the experience for themselves. Their lads were a little bit nervous, and it's amazing when you put good players under pressure like we did second half, the game changed. You know, we put pressure on them, and they started to retreat a little bit, and we started to gain the ball, we started to create chances, and you know, they looked a little bit nervous second half, which they would do, and they started to look like they run out of steam. Even though they created good chances on the break, we had them for a spell, and it just wanted us to do something a little bit more. I really did.
It's still there, that frustration.
Oh, it is, yeah. I don't like losing games, Gordon, and the boys don't, you know, at any level. And to go and say, oh, well done, and everybody's saying, oh, well, you've done, and everything. The overriding feeling is this morning we've lost. We're out the cup. I wanted to be in the cup. We're creating our own little video. I said to him, got to see them Red Star first round. We had Port Vale. We were going to have Man United. We was going to have Hull City in the next round. Really fancied our chances against them without being arrogant. We do. We go toe to toe with anybody. I really believe that. And I was thinking we could probably get to quarterfinals. But that was a massive obstacle last night, and we nearly overcame it. Nearly.
What's next?
What's next?
What's going to bring them back down to earth?
Morecambe Saturday. League. We're 2 games in hand on Wigan. We're 5 points or 4 points behind them at the moment. So we need to go and win our league. Unfortunately, we got knocked out of the cup on Saturday. Our under-16s travelled to Tranmere, put on a fantastic display of football, but we lost 3-0. So we're out of another cup. So I want to win something. This group's good enough to go and win something, and so we're going to focus on the league as much as we can. But it's not about winning trophies. The trophies for me really are getting lads through in our first team. As the chairman says, 6 years since we've had a lad who's really broke through. We've got to break that trend, but boy, we've got a good group.
You've not got 1 or 2 coming through. You've got a couple of handfuls coming through, haven't you?
It's every Saturday. We've got a different star every Saturday in the team. You look last night, we had a lot of good performances, but I thought Jack Ruddy was outstanding. Matty Folds, Marcus Posca as well. Last night I thought they were terrific. I thought they really were, and you know, we get a lot of big clubs watching our games every week, and it's not surprising really with the level of talent we've got.
How much does self-belief come into this?
Huge. It's massive. But the main thing out of this process at the moment is the lads have got to keep developing, improving every day, and it's our job as coaching staff to keep the feet grounded. But that taste of that experience could only make you want to do more. Said to our lads this morning, some of two of them who maybe I have to push a little bit more in training every day than I should. How would that not want to inspire you to play there every day? It's got to, hasn't it? It's to play at Old Trafford. Why would you not want to get a move to Man United?
Yeah.
So why would I have to encourage you now in training to work a little bit harder? I shouldn't, because you've tasted that last night and you must want it. So experience-wise, it's going to be hugely beneficial.
Old Trafford to Morecambe's training ground. It don't get much better than this, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But do you know what? You know, we sometimes train down at Lower Gig, but that's us. That's us, and that's what our lads are used to, and it gives them a great grounding at this football club. And the main thing is we can see progression and pathway and opportunity. That's our selling point. These big academies are fantastic facility-wise, but it's going to be very hard for them Man United players to get in their first team. They're still doing it. They've got McNair and Wilson and one or two others breaking through. But here now, 4 of our lads have already made like the debuts or been on the bench this season. Our gaffer will put youth in. He'll give it a chance. So will the chairman, they'll back it. Ian Kendall, director, have been fantastic as well. So opportunity, and I just want everybody to see last night the brand of football we play as well. And trialists that we're trying to attract to this football club and better pedigree of players hopefully saw what we're about last night, and that's the main thing for me. We sold ourselves on the big stage and we're going places, we're improving, we're getting better.
So no going out spending $2 million on a centre-half from Holland then?
I'll ask Max, the chairman, this afternoon. He's got spare million knocking about. I know what the answer might be.
Brilliant, thanks, man.